Good morning, everybody. My name is Zach, and I've turned my Tesla into a rolling powerhouse. It's been a couple months, but I finally got all the pieces together to turn my car so that I can charge my car off of solar. Now, this isn't something, obviously, that you can rely on. It will put miles on the car, but it's mainly just to supplement home charging, but it is pretty successful as long as you have sunny days. So let me go and show you my setup. All right, so I started small, just experimenting, and I bought the Predator 600, and I put on these roof solar panels from EcoFlow. They make total 256 watts of power, so run them into the trunk, and while I'm at work, I would notice my Predator would get filled up like instantly. I'm talking like an hour and a half, it would be full. So I was like, well, let's see if I can expand this and go further. So I started looking around at, battery packs and banks that would fit in the trunk of the car. I didn't want it to be, take up too much room. So if something could fit in the sub trunk, I was like, we'll go with that. So it's not invasive, it's not in the way. So what I ended up finding was the PECRON F3000 right here. You can see my my bonding or my grounding plug neutral so I can charge the car. But this thing is so cool. It is a 3072 watt hour battery. Currently I use it now to charge the PECRON, because it'll charge the Predator in like an hour, and then I pull the Predator out, for other stuff, if I need portable power. But this thing will charge during the day. I have a solar blanket that I put on the hood of my car in addition to the roof panels, and the max I've seen is like 680 something watts going into this. The cool thing is this thing you can expand it both in capacity, and it has a 1600 watt limit of solar. So right now I've got up to 650, so I've got like 1,000 more watts to expand. The only thing that is a little limiting is it's a 25 amp limit on the input, and 130 volts. So you have to run your panels in series and parallel so you don't go over mainly the amp limit. If you run too many panels in parallel, you can easily go over that limit. So as you can see right here, this is the Renogy 400 watt solar blanket. This product is amazing. If you can find them on sale, I found them on Amazon for $340. They go up and down in price. Don't buy them at $400 or $500. Wait till they come down. I actually ordered 2 of these. I'm waiting for the next one to come in, but that way I'll have well over a full kilowatt of solar that I can feed into the PECRON. So as you can see, the PECRON fits right into the sub trunk. Now what I did was I did take out this panel over top, and I also took out my trunk liner just so it gives you more space in here, because things would just get too crowded and I didn't like having to reach, and open my trunk up to get to the battery. Plus this is like a nice platform to set things on. The other thing was people have asked, why didn't you get a bigger one? The bigger one they had was the F5000 5 kilowatt hour battery. I was thinking about it, but I wanted to have this battery have enough room to breathe. Like, they got these vents on the sides. I didn't want it to get too hot, and so with this, it's got plenty of room on both sides to breathe, even if the car is sitting in a hot environment. I believe the F5000 is like 4 inches wider, so it's like 2 inches bigger on either side, and it would just give it less room. But this way I have room to like stuff cables down in here, so it basically looks clean. So far though, I have actually used it to charge the car. You need this neutral grounding plug right here. You plug it in. This unit does actually have it's a 120 volt 30 amp plug. Tesla does not make an adapter for this, but you can find them online on Amazon, and you can plug in. It's a 30 amp to a 1450 adapter, and you can charge your car at 3 kilowatt and basically burn down this battery in an hour. So what I've been choosing to do is just charge at level 1, and I have found where during the day at work I pulled, you know, 2 to 2.5 kilowatts from the sun, and then I brought it home, and just for fun I put it all back in the car, or I put 2 kilowatts into the car, and then the next day I drove to work and only used 1.9 kilowatts. And I just thought it was funny that I literally drove to work on the amount of power that I put in from the sun. So it's pretty cool. The AC inverter I accidentally left on overnight, and the battery was at 18. When I came out, it was at 8. So basically the inverter in here burns a little bit less than 1% every hour that it's on, the AC inverter over here. So I think that's pretty fine. But I wanted this big, basically think of this as like a reservoir for my current setup. Is like the roof panels are permanently affixed up there, so they're always channeling some sort of energy into this box. You know, even in clouds, it's still channeling something. So I wanted those solar panels on the roof to never be wasted, you know, because solar panels will eventually get less efficient, but while they're on the car, they're constantly working and feeding power into this box. But this is also expandable now, so I have these blankets. When I'm sitting stationary somewhere, I can put out the blankets and be charging this thing full. And if you have an electric car like a Tesla, if this battery gets full, you can just put it right in your car and keep charging. So for daily purposes though, this is so much power. You can, if you have a power outage at your house, you can run almost all of your appliances for hours and hours. So but this is my solar setup. I'm trying to think of other cool things. I like it. There we go. We got my Arma Mojave Grom. Basically, it's my RC truck that I take everywhere, and I can charge it from the car, so I'm never bored. That's basically it. I got the solar panel kit. I got my straps right here, so I can put the solar blanket on the roof. I mean the hood of the car. That's it. I'm going to make maybe a more extensive video on this, but I got to put some clips together of when I installed it, be a little bit more polished. But I wanted to get just some video out there to show what, you know, the kind of setup I had, and see if anybody else runs a setup like this. So, all right guys, have a good one. Thank you.